Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. Hindi mo naman kailangan maging mayaman para maintindihan ng Bitcoin. Lalo na kung ngayon mo palang inaayos ang finances at investments mo. Besides, hindi naman natin pinag-aaralan to sa eskwelahan eh. And majority of the time, wala naman talaga nagtuturo sa atin kung ano nga ba itong mga bagay na to. Kaya sa video na to, pag-usapan natin ang reasons kung bakit importante sa akin ang Bitcoin as an average Pinoy investor and bakit posibleng maging importante din sa'yo ang asset na to. Pero wait, bago natin pag-usapan ng mga yan, alamin muna natin kung ano nga ba talaga ang Bitcoin. To put it simply, ang Bitcoin ay isang uri ng digital money. Pero unlike ng cash or ng pera mo sa e-wallet, hindi ito kontrolado ng kahit anumang gobyerno or bangko. I know, maraming nagsasabing delikado daw ang Bitcoin or ang crypto in general kasi minamanipula daw ito ng malalaking institutions or ng mga global banks. Sobrang volatile daw neto kasi 24/7 siyang tinitrade. Marami ding nagsasabi na isa daw malaking scam ang crypto kasi at any moment pwedeng mawala ang pera mo sa isang iglap lang. I understand all of those sentiments and I honestly agree with most of them. Pero kahit na ganon, I still choose to have crypto in my portfolio, especially si Bitcoin. Disclaimer lang ulit tayo guys ha, hindi ako isang financial advisor at hindi ko kayo hinihikayat na bumili ng kahit anong crypto or asset. Always make sure to do your own research before investing into any asset. Alright, with that said, unahin na natin ang una kong reason, which is, well, I believe that Bitcoin is future-proof. Hopefully, hindi lang ako nakakapansin pero nag-i-evolve na ang mundo natin. And at its center, syempre digital currencies. Whether we like it or not, unti-unti nang nagiging digital ang mundong ginagalawan natin. There's cashless payments, online banking, and digital transactions. I'd hate to say this, pero sa tingin ko, nagiging outdated na and nagiging obsolete na ang traditional ways of handling finance pagdating sa mundo natin. Even big investment platforms use online payments and digital currencies na. Dalawa sa nakikita ng mga eksperto na issues pagdating sa traditional finance is yung speed at which sinesend ng pera from one point to another and ang fees na napakataas kapag nagsesend ka ng pera locally and globally. And I believe ito ang pupunan ng digital currencies and crypto in the future. Pero why do I think that Bitcoin is on top of all of this? Para sa akin lang if this technology gets adopted not just on a local scale but also on a global scale by large financial institutions and of course global banks, ang unang-unang bibili ng mga tao at ikikip ng mga tao is si Bitcoin. And why you might say? Well, si Bitcoin kasi ang pinakaunang cryptocurrency. Sabi nga nila, Bitcoin is the mother of all crypto. And sobrang dami ng experts ang nagsasabi na kung tataas man ang value ng buong crypto market, madalas mauunang umangat ang Bitcoin. Now, let's go for my reason number 2, which is ang fixed supply ng Bitcoin. There will only be 21 million Bitcoin in existence and less than 20 million pa lang ang namimina as of early 2026. Kapag binawas natin yung mga lost wallets, mga wallets na hindi na mabuksan, at saka yung 1 million coins na hawak ni Satoshi Nakamoto, which is yung founder ng Bitcoin, meron lang around 15 to 17 million in total Bitcoin circulation as of right now. And kung familiar kayo sa economics, as long as tumataas ang demand ng isang bagay at bumababa or fix ang supply neto, guaranteed na tataas at tataas ng value ng isang asset or bagay na yun. This is why I believe Bitcoin is a good hedge against inflation. Kasi hindi gaya ng fiat currency or yung perang papel natin, hindi na madadagdagan ang supply ng Bitcoin. It's just fixed, 21 million lamang. Reason number 3 naman tayo, which, well, I believe crypto is still at its early ages, especially yung technology nito. Well, I did some digging recently and I found out na 500 million people pa lang ang merong crypto. Globally to ha. That's 6% of the overall global population. 13% siya if ang ika-count lang natin is the working population or yung may kakayanan na mag-spend. Kaya kung ako ang tatanungin, I believe na super early pa ng technology na to. Marami ring mga analysts ang nagsasabi or naniniwala na i-a-adapt ng almost 1 billion individuals ang Bitcoin and crypto in the coming 2026 and beyond, which is a very good news for us kasi more adoption means more liquidity. More liquidity meaning tataas ang prices kasi maraming mag-i-inject ng pera sa specific asset na to. Reason number 4 naman tayo. I use Bitcoin to diversify my portfolio. As you know, isa lamang akong average Pinoy investor. Siyempre, meron akong low-risk assets, meron din akong mga mid-risk assets, kagaya ng stocks, high-yield savings accounts, mutual funds, and REITs. But I'm not afraid to take a little risk, syempre. In a sense, maliit lang ang allocation ko sa Bitcoin. Kung mali ako, okay lang. Kasi again, maliit lang ang ininvest ko dito. Pero kung tama ako, I know malaki ang potential upside nito. And last but not the least, reason number 5 is because I like Bitcoin. The technology is one of a kind. First of its kind even. Transparent, decentralized, future-proof, fixed ang supply, borderless, at higit sa lahat, ang Bitcoin is now considered as a great store of value just like gold. Kaya bilang isang low-income, average Pinoy investor, for me lang sa tingin ko, magandang addition ng Bitcoin para sa portfolio ko. Yes, may risk. Pero I know malaki rin ang upside potential nito. How about you? Anong tingin mo sa Bitcoin? Please tell me what you think in the comments below. And kung nagustuhan mo ang video na to, mag-like at mag-subscribe ka na din para mas marami pang average Pinoy ang maabot ng ganitong klaseng usapan. Thanks for tuning in. Again, this is your average Pinoy investor. Ciao, ciao!